Hey everyone, welcome to Judging for the Win. I'm Dave, and this is my daily ruling. Today's question was suggested by a viewer. Thanks to Trent for this one. Amy controls Unwinding Clock and activates Kill Switch. During Nick's untap step, which of Amy's artifacts untap? What about Nick's artifacts? Okay, so I think it should be pretty uncontroversial to say that Kill Switch itself untaps. Its ability says to tap all other artifacts, meaning that it does not apply to itself. Therefore, the they in its ability likewise refers to all other artifacts. There's nothing saying that Kill Switch should stay tapped, and there's an Unwinding Clock saying that you should get to untap it. So that's exactly what happens. Next, we can say that Unwinding Clock, along with any other artifacts that Amy might control, will untap also. This is a bit more subtle, but it comes from a careful reading of Kill Switch's ability. Notice that it says the artifacts do not untap during their controller's untap steps. So Amy's artifacts will not untap during her untap step, but there's no reason they can't untap during other players. I expect this will probably be a little bit more controversial than the last one because there's a little bit of lexical ambiguity in the way that Kill Switch is worded, where it might not be exactly clear whether it means each artifact can't untap during the untap step of just its controller, or during the untap step of any player among those who control an artifact affected by Kill Switch. Fortunately, Unwinding Clock has this official ruling, which at least strongly implies that the interpretation I originally presented is the correct one, meaning that all Amy's artifacts will indeed untap during Nick's untap step. I don't like to use gather rulings as an official source because the comprehensive rules are the supreme law of the land, but as far as I'm aware, there isn't anything in there that's applicable to this case. Definitely leave a comment if you know something I don't though. Finally, we're on to Nick's artifacts, and this one also has a really interesting complication. To make things easier, I'll lead off with the correct answer, which is that everything untaps all at once, meaning that when the game is determining what gets to untap, the kill switch is still tapped at that point, so none of Nick's artifacts will be able to untap, since this is their controller's untap step. The interesting part is that, again, there isn't any justification I can find in the CR for the claim that all the artifacts untap at the same time. If you look at the description in the comprehensive rules about what happens during the untap action, it's actually very specific in that it only applies to the permanents controlled by the player whose turn it is. And as you can tell from that rule, that's actually the third thing that happens in the untap step. Nowhere does it spell out specifically when stuff like Unwinding Clock happens, so even though it's natural to assume that it should happen at the same time as all the other stuff is getting untapped, there's actually no specific rule that says it happens then rather than in one of the first two steps. Fortunately, the Gatherer rulings from Unwinding Clock come to the rescue again, and we have this one here that backs that ruling up. But that's all I have for you today. How did you do? Join me again next time for another daily ruling, but until then, I hope you have a great day.